What's up, guys, and how is everybody doing out there? I hope everybody out there is doing well. Guys, we have an update on this land dispute that's going on. If you're new to the channel and new to this dispute, we have two parties. One party, two party, families. They're families, and they're disputing some land that is around the area where my Filipino wife's family lives. Now, it's not a dispute with us. It's a dispute within themselves. However, we're kind of drug into it. There's a very tiny, tiny portion of the land that my family occupies here that is sitting on the land that's in dispute. A very tiny portion. If you want to know more, go check out the previous videos I've done about it. It kind of breaks it down. I'm not going to go through the whole entire dispute that's going on. It's just an update. To make things clear, I'm going to say family number one, family number two. All right. So we were over in General Luna for the past week, me and my wife, over to our apartment over there, and we came back this past Sunday. This mother, my mother-in-law, she was all wound up, and she gets wound up very easily. She has, I guess you would call it, it's where you let things bother you, panic attacks, you know what I mean? But she was all in panic, all right? What happened was the landowners that are claiming it had my wife's family down at the Barangay Hall the other week. And like I said, it's on a previous video. Check it out. Well, now they had a couple people here that were kind of clearing land on this disputed property. And they asked them, well, who are you? Why are you cleaning this land? They said, oh, we're part of the family number two that owns this property. So what happened is, and it's not hard to figure out, these people, family number two, went on the barangay level. They went down the road to the barangay captain. They sat there, they talked about it. And I think the barangay captain is overstepping his boundaries when it comes to legal issues. I think he told them, yep, I'm granting you this property. You have the paperwork. But you got to understand something. Barangay captain and the people that are disputing it, the family number two, they're friends. They're friends. Barangay captain does not have any legal authority to say whose land it is. That is something that is determined in the court of law. All right. So he must have told them, yep, you got the paperwork. So they were in there cleaning up the land, right? The only problem is they were cleaning up part of government land also. You could years ago, now get out of a city, think about one of the 7,000 plus islands here that are inhabited years ago. And people just came on there and said, you know what, I'm going to set up shop. I'm going to build a community here and everything like that. You could do that. Laws have changed. You cannot go in, occupy, clear, or take over government property without having legal paperwork. So they're over there cleaning out part of government property and stuff, and it's a mess. So my wife's uncle contacted the first family that claimed their name to this property and said, hey, these people are coming in, they're clearing land. They saw, I just want to let you know, what do you want me to do? I said, don't do anything. They said, don't do anything. They have, family number one, they have been paying taxes on that land for the past 20 years. They have tax declaration that they've been paying it. All right. The story broke down to the mother who owned the land, had a title for the land. She passed away without putting the title in their name. They do have legal documents, mother stating it, Mother writing it down. They have, what do you call it? They got notarized letters claiming all this. They have a legal land surveyor came in, got it all done. They are right now in the process of filing the legal paperwork to get the title for that land. That's the first family. They are backing everything up with all this. All right. The second family says, oh, we pay taxes. They had a tax declaration that they paid taxes on that land 2002. But they're claiming they own it because they paid taxes on it in 2002. I'm just sitting back watching this. Family number one has an amazing, well, he's a good attorney. The attorney is out of Surigao City. They are not, family number one is not going through the local government steps. We are not going to the barangay level. We are not dealing with the barangay level. We are not dealing with the local government, like the local authorities in like DAPA. We're not dealing with them because they're all connected. They're all connected politically. You know what I mean? They're not going to drag this out. They are taking it directly to the court over in Surigao City, the municipality of Surigao del Sur. Anything to do with paperwork, anything to do with land, anything to do with titles, all goes through Surigao del Sur and the local municipality of Surigao City. That's where it's all done. They have all the proper documents. Like I said, they have an attorney that's all they specialize is land, transferring of titles, getting everything set up. Family number two, they have a couple pieces of paper, and they have a barangay captain who's their friend and is telling them, yep, that land's yours. I just sit back and I watch and I listen. I myself don't get involved. I only hear what my wife tells me. When people come over here to discuss, the situation, I'm nowhere around. I ain't involved in any of this. But that's it. That's the crazy thing. My wife said, you know what? A lot of Filipinos are like this. They'll get something like a piece of land, but they'll try to take more. But yeah, I find it funny that they coming in here, family number two, and they're clearing land and clearing government land, trying to take that over. But guys, when you get out here in these provinces, these small provinces, you got barangay captains, you got so many barangays, and you got so many counselors and all that, and they really don't know the laws. They really don't. Unlike in a bigger city, you have a barangay captain that's in charge of lots of people, has lots of issues they got to deal with. And they know what their boundaries are. They know what they can and can't do. But sometimes they got that college degree, but the college degree they think is a master's degree. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on. That's the latest. I've learned this real quick. Here's what's going to happen. The person with the most money, the person with the best lawyer, the person with the best, highest political power is going to win. And that is going to be family number one. They have all that, everything you would possibly need to get that. What happened is the mother also wrote a letter clarifying who the land is supposed to go to. It's notarized, there's lawyers, signatures, everything on it. But she passed away before she transferred the title. So that's what's going on with that. And from what I'm told, these two parties, they're somehow family related. Somehow. And you hear the stories all the time. Families get involved and they fight and they argue. This can drag on. I don't know. I sit back. But however, the fact that it is going to court, A court date has been set. I think it'll be settled. Also, family number one is also telling the family number two that is coming in here trying to clear land. Basically, they're going to get a cease and desist from doing anything on this property until it's completely figured out. So the lawyer basically told my wife's uncle, they want to come in and clean it, let them clean it. It'll just look nice for you. So anyways, that's what's going on. The land that my family property here is sitting on, and I discussed this in my other video, they've been on this property, I don't know, 40, 50 years. It was government land years ago. You could roll in. You could just say, hey, I'm setting up shop on government land. Those laws have since changed. You can get what's called rights property. There's a process you have to go through to show that you've been on this land so long. You paying electric bills. You got neighbors and stuff that'll verify it. There's a process you have to go through to get rights property through the government. My wife's family and uncle meets every single one of them requirements. However, he's not a very educated person. He's a very good, hard worker with his hands. But when it comes to education, he's not very smart. And that's just how it is. He had a while back, I couldn't tell you how long it was, he had went to the local authorities here and said, I'm going to apply for rights on the property that my family has been on now for 30, 40 years. They told him, you can't apply for it. All right. I think it had to do with the fact that he didn't vote for them. He doesn't particularly care for them. But he just took it at their word. All right. Once again, a local authority thinking they know the government and what people are entitled through the government. So he just kind of left it at that. So my wife was actually talking to the attorney of family number one. I hope you're following me. And the attorney told my wife flat out, yes, your uncle can apply for rights. He meets every single criteria. No local authority can tell him he can't apply. No governor can tell him he can't apply. This all is done through the municipality city of Surigao City of Del Norte, Surigao del Norte. So he said, listen, get a lawyer outside the area. Get outside DAPA because they're all politically tied together. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Yet people don't go beyond it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, the barangay captain told me I can't, and I guess I'm not going to. So I guess, look, my wife has a meeting with an attorney tomorrow over in General Luna, outside this region. Sorry about that. Well, let me get my stick right. Outside this region. And they're going to discuss it, and they're going to start the process of the paperwork so my wife's family can get the rights for this land that they've been on for years. All right? It's crazy. It is crazy. I mean, you guys are also giving me, leaving your comments and let me know different things about different things you have run into and all that. But I think, and from what I'm understanding, is if you can go back so many years and show you have been paying tax on a piece of property, even though the title was never transferred to your name, but you have legal paperwork showing that the person, a mother, was going to transfer, but they passed away. From what I'm hearing from people, you will get that title. So that's what's going on. Figured I'd share it with you. Money, political, lawyers, crazy. Like I said, we're in the middle. The fight with this land is between those two people, not us. Not us. And you know what? I'm going to do an upcoming video, and kind of explain why there's such a push for land on Surigao Island. I'm going to do a video coming up, and it'll kind of, I guess, it'll make more sense why people are pushing for land right now on Surigao Island. Beautiful island, amazing island. But anyways, I figured I would give you guys an update, and anything else pops up, I will keep you updated. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And with that, we shall talk to you later.